You don't need a business plan to succeed when starting your business. Yes. But every business that has succeeded answered the 7 questions that I'm going to show you in this video. It's called the bracket framework. 7 questions. Don't go anywhere. Hi, I'm 𝗪𝗂𝗹𝗶 Strategy, and my job is to arm you with strategic insights that will position you in your business to win for a long time. Stick around. I'm sure you've heard of Alibaba. It's an e-commerce giant in China. It's just like the Amazon of China, okay? So in the book, there's a book called Alibaba, the house that Jack Ma built. Okay, in that book, Jack Ma is quoted to have said, and there are 3 things that made them succeed when they were starting out. No money, no technology, and no plan. You wonder why. What does it mean by no plan? No, they usually say that if you fail to plan, you have planned to fail. But he said no plan. This is what he meant. You know, a business that is just starting, especially a new area, there's so many things that you don't know about that business yet, especially when starting out, when you want to differentiate yourself. So a lot of things you're going to be learning, you're going to be adapting. Okay, so the ability to adapt very fast is something that's going to work in your advantage. Okay, so there's something I call the rata advantage for startups, because startups they are very small and they need this rata advantage, RATA, to succeed. Resilience, R, then A, adaptability, T, teachability, and the other A, agility. That means you are adapting, you are changing, you are very flexible. That's what an advantage that small startups have. And another one is teachability. Teachability. That means you are learning very, very fast. You are learning very fast and you are implementing. Agility is how fast are you implementing your mistakes that you've made? How fast are you correcting them and executing them? Agility. Your iteration cycle. Very fast, sometimes 5-6 iteration cycles in one day, especially for technology companies. Very fast, they are learning very fast. These things are not found in big companies. They don't learn very fast. They are not very agile. They are not very adaptable. They are not very teachable. Okay, but this is what will work in the advantage. And then business plans can be very rigid. You have a very detailed business plan. This one I want to do 10 pages, 15 pages for a startup. No, it's going to limit you. In fact, most of the time, people don't follow more than 50% of what they write in their business plan, usually for startups. You understand? You get to that level where, you need investors. You've run the business for some time. You've understood everything. You can now, you want to meet investors to spend millions of dollars in your business. Then you can now give them business, let them know where this business is going to. But initially, when you're just starting, maybe you collect money from family, friends, or you are bootstrapping, you don't need business plan. But you need these 7 questions that you need to answer, because you need to put some thought into your business, okay? And these 7 questions, the bracket framework, is what you need to guide you. I'm just going to be mentioning them. I have the bracket framework, a checklist. Okay, so just click the link in the description. You see the link there, bracket checklist, to guide you. It went into a little more detail than what I'm going to mention in here. It's free, just download it and you go through it. All right, now bracket, BRACKET. What does it mean? B stands for business. It means you answer the question, what business are you into? Are you getting it now? And why? You must answer your why, your purpose. What business are you into? Are you into which industry? Are you into the food business? And in that food business, what niche? So you can say, I'm in the food business and I am solving the problem of fast delivery. Okay? Right? So you must answer that question. What business are you into? And why? Then the next one is R, right customer. This has to do with your ideal customer persona, ICP. You need to answer the question, what exactly is my customer like? Okay, you call it the ICP, ideal customer persona. There's psychographics and all of that. There's psychographics, there are demographics. How do they think? Where do they spend their money? Where do they hang out? Their locations, all those kind of things. Details about your customer. You need to know your right customer. Then the next one is A, advantage. All right, someone said that if you don't have a competitive advantage, then don't compete. Then you shouldn't be in business. Then there is something that is distinguishing you from your competitors. There's something that is distinguished that will make customers choose you instead of your competitors. So there must be an advantage working for you. So advantage is there. And in that advantage, majorly what you talk about there is your unique value proposition. That means it has to be unique to you. Value proposition, the problem you're solving, the pain point you're solving. So I have a video on that, how to find your unique selling points, because from your unique value proposition, you get your unique selling point. Okay? So it has to do with the features, what particular features in your product or your service that stands you out, that will make people choose you. That's what you need to answer under that advantage. All right? Then you have the C, your competitors. You need to do a competitive analysis. Direct and indirect competitors. Who are they? Okay, what are they up to? What do they do? And then you do a SWOT analysis, the strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats of your competitors and also of yourself in relation to your competitors. Do you understand that? You have to know your competitors, analyze them, and do a SWOT analysis also. That's C. Then you have K. K stands for key activities. What are your primary activities? You need to do what I call a value chain mapping. Okay, I discussed that in one other video, how to make your business impossible to copy. I talked about value chain analysis, primary activities and supporting activities and all of that. So you need to know what your primary activities are and who manages what. Okay, you can get the details from that video. Key activities. Then the next one is earnings. E, earnings. How is this business going to make money? Do you understand? Earnings. How are you going to make money? What's your pricing model? Is it through a subscription-based model? And all of that. Everything has to do with money, your financials. Okay? Details, you'll get that in the checklist. But you need to talk about money. How are you going to make money in this business? Then T stands for targets. You cannot be in business and you do not set targets for yourself. No goals. In the book called Good to Great, Jim Collins talked about big, hairy, audacious goals. As you're starting out in business, you have a goal for yourself. Where do you see yourself in the next 1 year, in the next 2 years, 3 months, the next 3 months, in the next 6 months, in the next 1 year, in the next 18 months? Where do you see yourself? Set targets for yourself and set key performance indicators. Okay, there's a video where I did the 15 must know KPIs for every business, 15, 3 in each of the 5 basic functional areas of business, 15 of them. Okay, so these are what you do when you're talking about targets, say milestones and all of that. You must set a target for yourself. So these are the 7 in brackets, BRACKET. When you answer these questions, then you are set to begin and to succeed. All right, so I want you to subscribe to this channel. We're going to be dishing out a lot of videos, helpful videos. We have so many already. Click the subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you'll be the first to know when we drop a new video. All right, so I'm going to see you in the next video.